Okay, so I'm gonna send you postures separately. I'm not gonna put them all together because then I can just easily send them one at a time. Um, and if you're gonna do a bunch of posture work, then you can just do the breathing, the meditation part separately if you want to, or right after, it doesn't matter. But that one posture that I had you doing before, I'm gonna incorporate into this. And if it makes sense for your life or your routine to separate them or do it however you like. This is just gonna build comfort for the meditation aspect, and it'll do that irrespective of when you do them in relation to one another. So this is gonna be that first posture. Again, I'm gonna go through a little bit of the details to help you get into it. So here's I'm gonna show you which parts of the posture you can sort of like change and which parts are kind of the rules. So definitely this line here, the top of the foot and the shin and the leg, this needs to be flush against the wall. So if you need to bring your glute and your hamstring forward and able to accommodate that, totally fine. But this must be straight. So whatever you need to do with the rest of your body, we're starting with this position and then we build from there, okay? So probably for you, you're gonna actually be coming a little bit forward like you see me. And then the next thing that we're trying to do is get this other leg into a nice even 90 degrees. So that's our next target. So first target is the targets of the legs. First target is exactly like this. And we're gonna come forward if we need to, that's fine. Coming forward, and then we're trying to get this other leg into this 90 degree. And it's really important, the lines are really important. The whole idea of what we're doing is we're just helping our body communicate along its natural lines by sort of like wringing out the tissue and unkinking like microscopic hoses that are ligand channels. I think that's what they called them in school. So 90 degrees flush. So if you can't get to the 90 degree, maybe you're something like this, then you're gonna take some blocks or some books or whatever. You're gonna come up a little bit, right? You can even come up quite a bit to give you more room, okay? But that's your next goal. So first goal, flat, which has to happen. And then if you can't get 90, like if you just straight can't get your leg up to that point, then the way you go backwards is by having it down on the ground like this. And then you're just coming forward, and then over time, coming up. And this is our target muscle right here, this quadricep. So everything's from the perspective of trying to engage there. You said your hamstrings are engaging too, totally normal, and if that's what's holding you back, that's fine. We'll have to open up the hamstring to get to the quad. It's like when you're doing bench press and you gotta get these shoulder rotator or whatever before you can engage your pecs. Sometimes it's just how it is. So now you've got let's say your 90 degrees. Maybe you've done this for a week or two now and you can get into this comfortably. Then what we're trying to do is bring the whole thing back so that the glute and the heel are connecting. And then once you're in this position, then over time, we're coming up. We're gonna eventually move the heel away so the glute can actually get to the wall. And we're gonna be flat against the wall. But that's maybe like, so I started like this, exactly like you, and that was about, I don't know, 3 years ago. And I've done this posture probably like 2 out of 3 days since then. So I want you to do a minute on each side. Ideally that's 10 breaths, 6 seconds of breath, sorry. But time yourself and do a minute. So if that takes 15 breaths, 12 breaths, maybe 8, you probably want to have it be 10 though. Going slower than that's not ideal. So anyways, this is our first posture. It's called King Arthur at the wall. And you're gonna do it on both sides, so that's 2 minutes out of our 10 so far.